Greetings, welcome to Sparkles and Blessings. I'm Ducky and I am here in Quartzsite, Arizona, enjoying a lovely winter. Soon we'll be packing up and heading back home, and I am really going to miss it here. You can't beat the weather for the winter time, and there are really no bugs. It cost us $180 to camp this whole time, and we can stay till April if we want. $180. It's BLM land, meaning Bureau of Land Management. So it is the government running this. So today we are going on to story number 36, which I am calling Strange Paradise. Strange Paradise was a very unique soap opera-ish show that I came across when I was 9-10 years old. I believe it was a Canadian production. It was all about the Desjardins family and all the skeletons they had in their closet, and all the vampires that were hiding beside the windows, and monsters and demons. And normally I don't watch that kind of stuff, but for some reason something just caught my eye and I kept watching it, and I watched it for about a year until we were moving to the States. My father had accepted a position my uncle had given him in Fairfax, Virginia, and we would move down in summer '69. But when we got down to the States, I started watching. Strange Paradise wasn't on television because it was a Canadian show, but Dark Shadows was on television. And at this point, the shows were still fresh. Jonathan Fred was still pretty much a young man, and it was a very gruesome show. Like, I didn't want to watch it either, but I couldn't help myself. My mother used to hide the television on me because she didn't want me watching it. But I'd come home from school and I'd find it hidden somewhere and I'd watch it. Anyway, the reason I brought that up is because in the summer of 1970, I went to a movie fest at a cinema that was just across the field from where I lived in Virginia. And I was 12 years old, 12 years old. Young. And they were going to have a double header. They were going to have two movies, one called Dark Shadows, the movie, and the other one was called The Fearless Vampire Killers, or Pardon Me, But Your Teeth Are in My Neck. Yes, that was the title, The Fearless Vampire Killers. And that movie starred Roman Polanski and Sharon Tate. And I mean, that's another story for another time. But they started the movie together, and also vampires popping up out of nowhere and scaring the jeebies out of me when I watched the movie. Anyway, by the time I was finished Dark Shadows and The Fearless Vampire Killers, I was walking out of that theater, and I don't think I was able to close my eyes, at least for 3 or 4 days. I remember once getting up out of bed and putting something around my neck just to keep me safe from the vampires. So the reason I brought those stories up to you is to basically get you ready for my next phase, my Stephen King phase. And that is another story. I want to thank you for joining me on Sparkles and Blessings. Please come join me again. I hope you enjoyed these stories. So, thank you. Ducky out.